close.
It looks good from over there.
Man, I've been close to a bunch of them.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Mathews Pro-Am at Fort Massac. Darren Christianberry there is our Open Pro leaderboard. A new name at the top of the list there. Run it down for us.
Jacob is a man of few words. He doesn't say a whole lot, but man, he made a shoot down last year. I talked about him. The kid's a great archer. He's got a good indoor game. His 3D game's getting better and better. Obviously, you can see that. He's at the top of the leaderboard. Andy Calloway is still fighting and clawing to get his first win, 2 points behind Jacob. Danny Evans is a great yardage judger. He's right there in the middle of the pack with a 424. No stranger to this top five, Levi Morgan, Dan McCarthy. Those three guys in first, second, third don't want those two chasing them, but unfortunately they are. This is wide open, anybody's ball game.
All right, we definitely want to get the action started. Let's go to Nathan Brooks to bring in our archers.
For the next event this afternoon, Open Pro Division. Start off in 5th place from Wazeeka, Wisconsin, shooting for Mathews, Dan McCarthy. And in 4th place from Uniontown, Pennsylvania, also shooting for Mathews, Levi Morgan. In 3rd place from Monticello, Illinois, shooting for Mathews, Danny Evans. And in 2nd place from Lancaster, South Carolina, shooting for Mathews, Andy Calloway. And your number 1 qualifier from Voorheesville, New York, shooting for Dart and Archery, Jacob Sluzars.
All right, Darren, there you go. Jacob Sluzars. This is his 5th tournament in the NEASA at the pro level, and it's his 2nd shoot down, and he's leading the way.
40% of the time he's in the shoot-off. That's pretty good odds right there. Like I said, the kid, he's got some game.
Yeah.
He's a really good archer. He's obviously a good yardage judger. He was in the mix last weekend in an IBO tournament. He's leading coming in here after 40 targets and 28 up. That's nothing to sneeze at right there. So you're going to see some bonus rings here. There was a lot of rings shot there in both the women's and the seniors, but we're going to be a bonus ring festival in this one, and I think in the known pro coming up too. So this one ought to be really good. There's Mr. Levi Morgan. He's currently in 4th. I believe he called up, or he's starting on that long deer, so he's going to get calibrated right off the bat here and see where he lies. Good steady shot. He's got 10 points.
Yep. There's Dan shooting at the wolf.
Oh,
bang.
Look at that.
14.
Gosh, this guy.
Come on.
You don't want him following you.
Nope.
I said at the last tournament when Sean Greathouse was leading seniors that leads are hard to hang on to here, and here comes Dan right off the bat.
All right.
That was Danny Evans gunning for that turkey, but here's Jacob Sluzars.
Holding onto a 2-point lead over Andrew Calloway.
Center 10.
Center 10.
Nothing wrong with that, but we know what's happening behind him.
I talked to him, and he was like, you know, he needs to pick when he has to go for it. He said he's been working on that part because he said he wants to just aim and shoot at all of them.
Yeah.
Next up, Andrew Calloway. I've known him so long, he used to be Andy.
There's a good look at Andy, and I think he got it. If he called
He
up,
called up,
he did, and he got it.
He's shooting a new bow. He's been shooting it really confidently this weekend, and if folks were watching last year, Andy was on the brink of winning his first ever tournament, and the wind just took it away from him.
Yep, it was right here, wasn't it?
It was right here.
Yep, Illinois can get you.
So he wants that first win.
Danny shooting at the 14 there, starting on that close turkey. What's he got?
Oh,
I think he's got it.
I thought he missed it.
He's got it. Good shot, Danny Evans. So now, Jacob's shooting
3-4-38 right there.
3-4-38s already.
Wow. For our first 3 archers.
So Levi just fell to 5th. He shot a 10, which is great on this long target, but he's now in 5th. This is crazy. 10 for Levi, puts him at 434.
Solid shot on that target.
Dan McCarthy shot a 14, so he's going to go from 5th to, well, there's 3 guys at 38, but he's going to be at a 436 right behind him.
McCarthy's now looking at the wolf.
Unbelievable.
Dan always hits him when he has to.
He does.
14, that's so awesome. So we had 3 bonus rings shot in the first round of Open Pro. Let's see how many bonus rings are shot in the first round of Known Pro. And those guys are going to know the distance.
Yep.
I'm not picking on those guys.
No.
I'm just bragging on how good these judging classes are. The women's, the seniors, the Open Pros.
Yes.
It's a skill to learn and judge and pick the distance of these targets, and to be able to hit those rings that you really can't see that well. Man, it's such an awesome feat.
It's a good look at Danny Evans. And Danny Evans, I got to follow him this weekend, and he does things at his own pace.
Mm-hmm.
Takes his time. He does not take chances.
Nice and steady. Watch his finger get on that trigger. He's going to start adding pressure and pulling. He's going to wait. Yep, that release fires pretty quick. Good pressure.
I believe he got that.
Man,
if
he 14 the turkey and 12 that deer.
He called upper on that deer.
Okay, he got 10 points out of it.
But Jacob there, he got a 12.
So Dan came around to the aoudad, correct?
Yes, he did.
Okay, there's Dan right there.
Oh, and he donutted it again.
Are you kidding me?
What?
Good night.
Come on.
How you going to beat that?
This place is going to go nuts here in a second.
Coming off of 14.
That's awesome.
Another 14 for Danny Evans.
Wow.
Oh, man.
450.
Puts him at 450.
So right now,
his mom's watching at home. She's got to be going nuts.
So right now, Jacob's going, man, Darren was right. These leads are hard to hang on to out here. There's a good look at Jacob, and he's got a 12 of his own, so he's gonna maintain.
He's staying right there.
18 bonus rings.
12 points.
This is getting really good.
So we mentioned this is only his 5th ASA because he's from New York, where the ASA isn't as big, and he has to drive so far to get to them. But clearly, he belongs where he is.
Let's see what we
Andy
got.
got it. That's in there.
Bonus ring.
Andy
after
Calloway won't go away.
Bonus ring.
He just took the lead.
He did. 452.
Next up, Danny
This is going to be good.
He's shooting a Mathews V3X33, which is more considered a hunting bow, but he said he just started playing with it, and he was like, man, this thing shoots.
He's shooting it well. He's shooting it really well.
This is Danny on that long deer. He did call. He moved it back. I thought he had the cone out, but maybe we'll find out. Oh, hey, they got it there. No, that's Danny Evans.
I'm sorry, for Danny Evans.
Yep.
12 for Danny Evans. Boosts him to 450.
So he did get that. I thought he didn't call the upper.
No, I think the previous archer did, and he just didn't move it back.
Oh, gotcha. So 12 for Danny Evans puts him at 450. Are you kidding?
There's only 2 scores up there through 4
Look
archers.
at that. Levi, 14 points. 448. And he's in 5th still. You won't see more bonus rings than that right there. You won't. These guys are guessing these within a yard to hit these rings at these distances. They're getting within 2 to 3 feet, maybe even closer, maybe to the yard.
And Levi Morgan is now only 4
Wow, Andy Calloway is our leader, 452. Jacob Slusar's Danny Evans and Dan McCarthy all at 450. Levi Morgan 448.
And we've only shot 2 targets.
But this is anybody's game.
Yes, this is good. There's a good look at Andy right there shooting that short Mathews.
All right, we'll start your 1 minute now.
He's on the longest target here. I bet he wants to. If he can just stay safe here.
Yeah, just get a 10 here. If you get a 12, that's bonus points if you can 12 this thing.
Oh, He did not call
He did
upper.
not call upper, but he got a 10 out of it.
Here's Danny Evans.
Danny's on the wolf. Let's see what he does. I'm thinking he shoots at a 12.
Long hold.
Yeah. Still staring it down.
That's typical of Danny. He's a long holder.
He got a 10. Got a 10.
All right.
Let's see where we're at.
Man, Levi Morgan was up first. Oh, and he got the 14. Man, this is good. This is good. I heard Levi say before he started, he said, man, I'm hitting left and right. It doesn't look like he's hitting left and right to me.
And now he's looking at the 14 on that odd dad, which is rather inviting.
462.
So he went in and shot it. 14.
14 for Levi Morgan.
He's in the 462.
He was having trouble finding bonus rings today on the range, and here he's just ring.
So what'd McCarthy do?
He took a 10.
Oh, just a 10.
Just a 10.
Good shot, Dan.
460. Levi just jumped in front of
He
him.
did. Yeah, Dan's hit 2 14s. Levi's hit 2 14s.
Jacob.
So now we come to Jacob, who is at least safe with a 10. I don't believe
He went at the 14.
Oh, he went for the turkey. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
he's shooting the turkey. Let's see what he... And he's
got
got
it.
it.
Popular.
Darren,
This is
See
good.
what he does.
this is crazy good.
64. So he takes the lead back.
All right, guys, turn the targets around so
You talk.
can't see the
Now,
14
on the
side.
first day, Jacob Slusar's, his sight broke. So he had to call breakdown. He could not move his sight. He ran back to, they took the ball bearing out of it. Had to run back and make up 3 targets, and here he is in the lead.
Awesome. There's a good 10 for Andy. That's that's 10 points on that
Oh,
target's
yeah.
good. So 462. So him and Levi are tied for second right now. Jacob took the lead back with that 14 at 464. Danny Evans got a 10, so he's going to be at 460. Him and Dan are going to be tied for, do you call that 4th and 5th, or you call that 3rd?
I don't know.
I don't either. We still
Because
got
nothing.
We got 3 arrows to go, I know that.
Jacob, 462.
3 down, 3 to go.
Andrew and
But
Levi,
how about Jacob
462.
Slusar? He's
Danny
giving
and
nothing
Dan,
back.
460.
No.
In his second shoot down ever.
Another lead change.
He's got a good mental game. Jacob's a strong indoor shooter, and a strong indoor shooter has to be mentally stable there. You know, you can't let the pressure get to you. Indoors is a game of you can't miss. You have to
Right.
shoot perfect. And he handles those situations pretty well. So he's got a good mindset, and he's used to pressure, you know. So he knows these guys are coming for him, and he's handling it well, like a champ.
Start your 1 minute now.
He is on the longest target now. There's Andy Calloway. He's on the wolf. I'm interested to see what he does here, because he can see that 14 right now.
Nice and steady aim, barely moving there.
He went upper and he called upper. I
And-
think he got it.
Oh,
Jake.
see, now there's the
Took an
first
8.
mistake we've seen. Jacob got just right for an 8 there.
He did. Danny Evans is still holding.
Danny's shooting the audad, target number 1.
He's got 25 seconds, plenty of time.
Center 10.
All right. All right, we got some moves here. Andy Calloway did what he needed to do.
Danny Evans currently at 460.
That's default mode. You get long in that clock and get to aim at those rings. You move that pin back towards center of the 10, make the best shot you can. That might be what Danny did there. He was getting long in that shot.
Yep.
So he's going to go to a 470 with 10 points right there.
All right,
Should mention Danny Evans,
Danny.
sort of a local boy. He's from Illinois.
Monticello, Illinois?
Monticello,
Yep,
yep.
that's right.
470.
It's a bit north of here, but
Next, Levi Morgan, currently 2 points behind our leader. Started out
on that
6 points
hyena.
behind the leader. 10 for Levi Morgan, moves into 472.
10 for Levi. So Levi's going to get a finish on the turkey, the shortest target out there. 472.
here's Dan on this turkey, and he looks like he shot at the 14. I'm just going to guess that he got it.
It's on the bottom side if he did, it looks like. Yeah, it's 8 o'clock
He got
area
it.
on it, but he's got it.
Dan McCarthy, currently at
3 14s for Dan McCarthy.
474.
3 14s.
You don't want him chasing you.
14 for Dan McCarthy.
That's crazy. So see, 14 for Dan, 8 for Jacob on the long deer. There's one of those 6-point swings. It's
Yeah.
huge.
Maybe back in the lead, maybe in the lead.
Every arrow is so big out here.
This is going to take him to a 472.
Needs a 10 to stay tied
Puts
with
Jacob
Dan
in an
on
awkward
12 to
spot
move
going
Yeah.
to a medium distance wolf that Dan 14'd earlier. Jacob's going to need to 14 it to have a chance to win this tournament, I think.
8 for Jacob.
It's
8
going to
for
be
Jacob.
472.
472, but he's only 2 points behind Dan, so
Yep.
that's not a big deficit, but a 6-point swing was huge right there.
I think Andy's going to move up to
Andrew
tie
Callaway,
Dan.
currently at 462.
Yep. He called upper 12. He's got the cone out front. And that is 12
Yep,
points.
That is 12.
474.
12 for Andrew
This is good.
This is shaping out.
Andrew Callaway is now at 474.
This is shaping out to be exactly a repeat of last year. Dan
Yep.
and Andy came down to the very end, and Dan ended up winning it over Andy.
And Dan will tell you, he's not going to give a tournament
Nope.
away. He's going to do everything he can to win, but he's pulling for these guys too. You know, he's not going to give a tournament up. When he won last year over Andy, he was emotional. You could
Right.
hear it in his voice that he's pulling for Andy, but we still got 2 arrows to go. It's far from over.
Andy's in a better position. He's shooting a shorter target. Dan's on the longest, but he's Dan McCarthy.
Yeah.
I mean, he could just as easily hit the 14 right here.
Andy could try for a 14 if he wants to make a big
I
move.
mean, folks have hit that thing. Can he see it? Does he know what it is?
Levi looks low on the turkey. Ooh.
Ow! Andy shot it.
He shot right, so he went to.
Darn it.
Yeah, let's see what Dan does. Dan's just got in his mind what he's going to do here. He didn't look over to see what anybody else did. So steady. And he hits him when he has to.
Center 10, I would guess he does. Yep.
Yep.
There it is.
10 points. That's a good play
That
right
is a
there.
good
Don't give
play.
anything back. Jacob did shoot it to 14 on the wolf. I don't know what he's got yet. There's a look at Levi at that turkey. I think he's straight low. He got a 10. I know he was shooting at that 14.
All right, here's Andy Callaway. That's going to be an 8.
482.
He's not going to like that.
All right, first up, Andrew Callaway. 8 for Andrew, moves him to 482.
And it goes so fast out there. They don't even know
Man.
what's happened right now.
Here we come to Danny
Next up
Evans.
for Danny Evans with the upper 12.
He called upper. He was in the vicinity, but I couldn't get a good look at it.
8 for Danny Evans.
Oh, just
oh,
over.
he's just over it. 478.
Levi on this turkey. He
Levi,
got the 10.
He's going to get a 10, I believe. That's going to put him at 482.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Levi Morgan. currently
Big
at
arrow for Jacob
472,
Sluzar's over there on that
16
wolf. I don't know what he's got. He did shoot at the 14.
Everybody today.
Levi didn't give anything up with that 10.
And Dan McCarthy, who came in 5th place, is threatening to be the leader right here.
You don't want that guy chasing.
We should mention,
74.
we're talking about Dan McCarthy, came in 5th place. Dan had an 8-tournament win streak until the last one. That was the only one he didn't win.
Yep.
Into a solo
Levi
lead.
broke that streak, but Dan had won 8 ASAs in a row, which is it's a record that I don't know that'll ever be rivaled.
Yeah.
10 there for
Crazy.
Dan, 484.
But if Jacob pulls a 12 out of his hat here, he'll be tied with him again. At
Big
4.
arrow right here.
Boy.
Oh, and he's got
Oh, he
it.
got it.
Jacob on the
He's
roll.
got
Are
it.
you kidding
He's
me?
taking the lead back.
And it seems to be very popular among these
That's
guys
big.
today.
That's
No
big.
fear.
That's
Are you
big.
kidding me?
Bravo, Jacob.
There you,
You
go.
can see that. Woo.
486.
Bravo, Jacob.
Wow. Jacob, 486.
Come on.
Dan McCarthy, 484. Andrew Callaway,
So
482. Levi Morgan,
everybody's going to
482.
shoot the final
Danny
arrow.
Evans,
Danny Evans is 8 points
478.
behind the leader,
Still
but
in 10
everyone's
points
going to
for our
shoot this final
leader.
arrow.
Number 14 rings are thrown out there. I have no idea what's going to happen.
Man, I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, this is
that
big.
was crazy.
And Jacob right there, he's last shooter now, so he's going to get to see what he has to do. Everyone else has to decide what they want to do, and then Jacob's going to know what he needs to do to win this tournament.
So they brought out the leopard again, and Scott Parent hasn't set the shooting spot yet. Oh, he's going to make him go diagonal. So this is going to mess with their distance. Oh, he was just retrieving his shooting stake. He's telling him to move it over. Now he's telling him to back up.
All right,
Oh, man.
rundown. Jacob.
So he's using that hill.
Dan McCarthy at 44 has
Yeah,
17
this is-
bonus rings. Andrew Callaway has
He put it
18 bonus
down the
rings.
hill a
Dan
little
Evans
bit,
has 17
moved the
bonus
shooting
rings.
stake up,
Levi Morgan has 16
and went
bonus
over the
rings.
hill.
So after this arrow, that bonus ring count is going to count almost as much, if not more, than the score itself. If there is a tie, we will.
There's a lot of money riding on this
Man.
arrow right here.
Closer to the 12 tiebreaker.
Darren, this may be, I mean, up till now, the most exciting shoot down I've ever been a part
It's
of.
it's been back and forth and flip flop, and every arrow is so important out here, and you just can't slip. You shoot an 8, it happens. I mean, it's hard to get through a tournament, even in the shoot down, as pressure packed as they are. It's hard to not shoot an 8 out there, but when you do, and someone else hits a 14, you can't take 6-point swings very many. You just can't survive many of them.
Yeah.
And even Dan, he's only 2 points out of the lead, but that's huge right now. Jacob 14 and that Wolf over there, that's going to dictate his weekend right there.
Right.
I think so.
Now they're getting to judge. Wow. Jacob Slusar's, it would be his first win ever in the pro class. Andy Callaway would be his first win ever in the pro class. Dan McCarthy, it would be his
765th.
It would be his 9th of the last 10.
Yeah.
Wow. And Levi Morgan, you can never count him out.
No, this is big right here. It's a contrast. They shot the target. All the ladies in the other shoot-off shot this target in the wide open, bright sun, where they probably had a tough time. We saw Sharon, I believe it was, pumping up her light. I think it was Sharon, so they could see it. And now the target's completely in the shade.
Yeah.
And they have these black spots to aim off of. So finding a place to aim and seeing their pin, you can see that right there. They're going to find that 14 sits in a little open area between those two clover leaves. So seeing where they need to hit will be no problem at all on this target. They just have to figure out how far away it is.
So it's funny, we're sitting here looking at these spot patterns, and just in talking to Dan McCarthy, they know those spot patterns.
Oh, yeah.
They know, he'll talk about triangulating off these two. So they're generally in about the same place on each side of the target. So
you can see the little black dot down below the 12. It's a dummy dot. It gets you, it draws you in. Okay, I need to aim down at that dot right there. You can see the clover leaf in the 12, but then right below that low 12 is that black dot. It can suck you in. Hey, I can see that. Let's get my pin down there next to it. Next thing you know, whoop, I shot an 8. So a lot of big arrows right here.
Yep.
Danny Evans.
First up, Danny Evans.
Let's do some math. He's 8 points behind. If he wants to win, he's got to shoot a 14. If he's trying to protect a paycheck, shoot center 10, try to hit you a 12, and see what these other guys decide to do. He's holding nice and steady, just a little movement there.
A little bit.
He's
left, right, up, down.
Boy, he went at it. He just missed that 14.
I think he did.
So he missed that by a 1/4 inch. He probably missed that by less than 1 yard.
And what he had, so they just set it out there. He had a minute to judge
to
that.
figure it out. Yeah.
And he missed it.
And says, I know this target well enough that I'm going to go at it.
And it's out there. I mean, he's not shooting 20 yards. I don't know what the distance is, but it's
a good poke.
Yeah.
Levi Morgan.
So he's at 486.
4 points and 4 bonus rings.
So
Levi needs a 5 to get third. That'd put him at a 487.
He's going 14.
Levi does not care about second or third.
Levi, you ready? We'll start your 1 minute.
He's shooting this at the 14.
Yeah.
All day.
Does he get it? Anybody want to place any bets? Look at that pinky.
On that pinky.
Look at that pinky. Get it, big guy.
Oh, donut. Inside out. Are you kidding?
That's so good. And you can, one of the best in the world, and you can see how bad he wants it. That hand shaking a little bit right there. 4, 9, 6.
Wow. That's why that guy right there has won 13 Open Pro Shooter of the Year.
Look at that. Right between the clover leaves, inside out 14. That's so good.
And right now, next up,
So Andy, 12 points does you no good. He has to have a 14 to tie Levi right now. And he would overtake Levi by bonus rings.
you ready?
Jacob is the one on bonus rings. He's got a pile of bonus rings. Does Jacob.
So if Jacob would shoot a 10,
Yeah.
him and Levi would be tied. Andy has to shoot a 14 to tie Levi right here. So this is a big arrow for Andy again.
And let's not forget, there's one guy in between Andy and Jacob.
Oh, I know. Yeah, this is far from over. What a good angle right there. What a good look.
Just tall.
That's going to be a 5. That's
Andy.
487. So he's 1 point ahead of Danny Evans, and that's probably going to get him 4th place.
All right.
5 for Andrew.
Big deep breath right there as it left the bow. Golly.
So here's Dan.
Give him a round of applause, though. Great shooter.
I mean,
Dan
a
needs
12 does it for Dan, but I don't see him not shooting at the 14.
No, a 12 ties Dan and Levi.
6 points and 3 bonus rings.
I don't think he cares.
A 14 puts him at a 98, which Jacob would have to 12 it to time, and then Jacob would have to shoot at a 14 if he wants to win outright.
He's going for the 14 all the way.
12 here from Dan will move him in.
I'd say if we had a heart monitor on those two right now, Dan's heart level is a lot lower than what Jacob's is. Dan's been out there 100 times. Jacob, he's handling it well. Don't get me wrong. He's not scared, but he's on the verge of winning his first 3D tournaments, going up against a guy that's won a bunch of these and several Shooter of the Years, and his fate depends on where this arrow lands, potentially.
Look at that. Remember Levi's hand quivering?
Look at that.
You don't see that.
Stone
Dan.
face. Got 2 fingers on that release. Good alignment. Keep pulling.
Oh, he just went low.
He says it's an 8 just low.
Didn't get it.
4, 9, 2. So a 10 for Jacob.
So Levi with that 14.
Yep. No,
Big hit. I mean, it's not over.
no. Jacob can shoot it to 14 and get an 8 and take second.
All right.
But he has to hit a bonus ring. A 10, him and Levi are tied.
10, and I think he wins it.
He may really aim down hard and try to shoot a 12 here because he knows a 10. But do you really want to go into a shoot-off against Levi?
Are they tied on bonus rings?
I think Jacob would have the most bonus rings.
I'm not taunting him with the
Oh, it'd be over. If he shoots a 10, it would be
Yeah.
over then, wouldn't
All
it?
right,
Yeah.
Jacob, you ready?
Here we go. I think if he shoots a 10, he wins.
I think you're right.
We'll
I
start your
always
1
forget
minute.
about those bonus rings on
Yeah.
first place because it didn't used to break the tie, and now it does.
Right.
So center 10 here, and Jacob might win his first tournament.
He came in with 3 more than Levi. I think he's got it.
There's no nerves there.
Look at him. Got it.
10.
I think he hit. Did he
He's
get the
got
12?
It's close. I think he's just left of the 12, but I believe he's going to win. Oh, that's awesome. He did 12 it.
Got it.
You kidding me?
Man.
4,
Ice
9,
in his
8.
veins. Look at that.
I think you'll see a lot more of this kid out there.
For sure.
Once you break that ice, he's figured out he can do it.
He had it going this weekend. Oh,
That's really awesome.
nicest kid too. I didn't really know him too well, but I spent some time with him. He works full time, he says, in water damage abatement, so he's got a busy life outside of archery.
Fantastic.
Man, I want to hear how he is, because I know he was feeling nerves yesterday just when he had to shoot his makeup arrows. So this had to be unreal for him.
That's crazy good.
Oh, wow. Jacob Slusars, tell us about that. First off, I want to get, how are you feeling right now? Your first win, Open Pro class.
Overwhelmed.
Yeah, I mean, you kept it together out there in that shoot down. You needed some 14s. You got them. Your numbers were clicking. Everything was firing on all cylinders for you.
I'm glad it looked that way. It was pretty shaky.
Jacob, you went toe-to-toe with some heavyweights out there. The only hiccup you had was on the long deer. You shot an 8 little right, but you hit some big 14s out there. That Wolf hitting that 14, that changed your whole weekend right there. And then just shooting a 10, but you 12 that final target. Man, you handled that like a champ out there.
It was different. I'm glad it's over, I'll tell you that.
Well, tell us about, because this is only your 5th ASA tournament ever, your 2nd shoot down ever. Did you expect to get a win this quickly?
No. I thought I could hang with these guys, and I wanted to prove that, but winning after 5 tournaments it's a lot.
Yeah, that's quite an accomplishment. You proved you can hang. I don't think we've seen the last of you. Congrats on a great weekend, Jacob.
Congratulations, Jacob. All right.
He doesn't even know what's hit him.
He's still processing it all. Great shoot down there. Next up, we got our known pro finals here at Fort Massac. Folks, it's been great so far. Don't go anywhere.